Good morning and happy Monday to you. My name is LaShonda Brown and welcome to Bootstrap Biz Advice Live, where I teach service providers how to increase traffic to their offers, generate passive income, and partner with brands. So if you are interested in working less and living more, this is the channel for you. I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel because all of my content kind of fits that theme. And I would also encourage you to like this video at any point if you actually like it. So first things first is I am going to do a few announcements. I will play the ad for the Bootstrap Club and then we will hop into today's topic. Now, you guys voted on this and you know what? Let me put up my colors. This is actually left over from the NG live stream from Friday. There we go. We need some more color in our life. So you guys voted and you said you wanted access to my masterclass slide deck and my masterclass workbook. So I have this available now on Buy Me a Coffee for $10 because it's actually a combination of both templates. So you'll get access to the slide deck and the workbook within the same design. So I essentially say $5 per thing. So most of the things in the shop on Buy Me a Coffee are $5. You can scan the QR code if you'd like to get to it, or you can go to lashondabrown.com/coffee. I will go ahead and link this in the description after this live is over so that you can get access to this. So I'm going to walk through 9 different ideas for digital products that you can sell this holiday season. And so if you need help with some branded Canva designs, this is the exact template that I made custom for myself and I'm making it available to you. So thank you for engaging, for asking for this, and I went ahead and created it so you had access to that design. Now, we did do a live stream on Friday, and I will tell you, I learned so much from these incredible women. Bree, Laylee, and Erica talked about what's working in their memberships, and they come from so many different perspectives on this matter. So if you missed this live stream that was sponsored by NG, make sure that you look for it on the feed. Again, I'll link it in the description after this is over. But honestly, this was like a masterclass in memberships, and I honestly believe that a lot of us are stifled in our growth as membership facilitators because we're not getting outside opinions. So if you are operating in a silo, you don't really have a team, you don't have people you can bounce ideas off of, you get to basically listen in on this conversation between me and these 3 incredible women and walk away with tips that you can immediately apply to your membership. So I would encourage you to check that out. If you missed it live on LinkedIn, it is now available on the YouTube channel, and there is a playlist with the other roundtables that I've done this year. Saturday, we had a plan with me session. I completely revamped the format for the Bootstrap creators. I had an incredible time. I will say my membership does not like to have the camera on. And I know that we had tons of storms coming through, so I was shocked that anyone was able to show. But I do think that you guys prefer not having to have your camera on. So the next time I do this, it will be on StreamYard. I wanted to play with butter, but we had a fantastic time. And I still have my notes right here. I was able to sketch out exactly what I'd be doing for the next 3 months in a 90-minute session. So it was super, super helpful. The biggest thing that I wanted everyone to walk away with is to focus on the end of the year as a 12-week year. This book is incredible. It helps you to get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. Brian Moran wrote an incredible book about this concept, and I would encourage you, if you haven't already, to check it out. So many online business owners use this strategy for their business, and I really think it can help you, especially when you start thinking about the holiday season, when you start thinking about taking off a week for Thanksgiving or taking off a week or 2 for Christmas. You really are only left with 9 to 10 weeks of time in this year. So if you want to be hyper focused, this will help you to narrow that down. Now, I did post a video at 6 a.m. this morning because this partnership needed to be launched in September, and it is September 30th, and we made it happen. Now, I know y'all will be watching YouTube on Sunday, so that is why I tried this out. I think this did work a little bit better than posting on a Sunday evening. So in this video, I take you behind the scenes of my membership and I let you know 6 things that I wish I had known before I launched the membership. So if you are nosy, if you want to know what I would do differently if I were starting right now, this video is for you. Please go ahead and like it and comment thoughtfully, and I'll respond to you when you engage on my sponsored content. That helps me to get more sponsored videos, which allows me to keep the prices down for you guys. So I'm able to give you templates like the one on Buy Me a Coffee for only $10 because of brand partners like Uscreen. So thank you in advance for engaging with that video. Now, I do have a video also coming out on Thursday, I believe, with Flodesk. So I am a Flodesk partner, and so I have worked with the team in other capacities in the past, whether it's been creating content for Instagram, creating content for YouTube. In this capacity, I am taking you behind the scenes of some new features, specifically new Flodesk form types. You can now create a spinner wheel as a form in Flodesk. You can also integrate your YouTube content into a form, and using video forms can help increase your form conversions by 80%. So this is a very hefty video. I think it's like 16 minutes long. So I would encourage you when this comes out to go ahead and check it out because it's more of a tutorial than an overview. So I literally go behind the scenes in my Flodesk account and show you how to incorporate these forms into your brand. Now, if you are a STAR student, I want to make sure that you are aware that our workshop is a little bit earlier in October. We will be doing a workshop presented by Relay about LinkedIn. Christina Bartold is a top voice on LinkedIn, and she's going to help us to learn how to become a top voice and build authority in our niche on LinkedIn. Now, if you are not a STAR student and you want to just pop in, you can go to lashondabrown.com/workshops, and you can just buy a ticket to drop in for this workshop. It's $10 a month to be a STAR student. It's $10 for the workshop. Personally, I would just become a STAR student. You can cancel anytime, and that way you would also get instant access to all of the previous workshops that have been presented in 2024. So I think there's more value in becoming a STAR student, but I know some of you don't like to sign up for subscriptions. So either way, if you want this information, if you want to perform better on LinkedIn, this will be the workshop for you. Last announcement is I will be presenting a live stream on Profit First with the best-selling author of Profit First, Mike Michalowicz. This, my friends, is, you have those moments in business where you can honestly say we've leveled up here. Like we're doing some things. And this was my shoot my shot moment. I asked if I could bring him on for my sponsored live stream with Relay, got in touch with his team. They offered one date, one time, and I happened to be available. So I have this as a LinkedIn event as well as a sponsored live stream on my channel. If you have not RSVP'd on LinkedIn, I would encourage you to do that because LinkedIn will send you reminders, and this is definitely a live stream that you don't want to miss. So friends, I want to celebrate this moment with you. I also want to celebrate that we have hit 31,000 on this channel. Your interactions on these live streams are single-handedly propelling my business forward. So for everyone who's watching live right now, for everyone who has liked a video, who has commented on a video, I just want to say thank you because I do not think he would have taken this offer seriously if I hadn't already shown that I have traction with the small business community. So thank you so much for that. I hope you guys can join me and celebrate with me on this live stream. But if nothing else, the replay will be available after we go live. So around, I would say 11:30 on the 10th, you'll be able to watch the replay. So this video is presented by the Bootstrap Club. So I'll tell you a little bit about it and then we'll hop into today's topic. This live stream is brought to you by the Bootstrap Club. Some things never make it to Instagram, and for that level of small biz realness, join the club. When you join the Bootstrap Club for free, you'll start getting access to my behind the scenes emails about my pivot from being a burnout service provider to a mindful full-time content creator. I share my ups and downs in this private format because I think it's important to be transparent if I'm going to be the mentor that I always wanted. Thousands of people from all around the world have joined the club to receive my strategy emails, and I would love for you to join us. To sign up, go to LaShondaBrown.com, click on Join the Bootstrap Club, drop your name and email address, and I will add you to the list. I hope you have a blessed Monday, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. So friends, today's topic is all about holiday ideas for the one who wants to be fully present. And I wanted to tackle this topic because we're about to start October. And honestly, now is the time to start thinking about Black Friday. What are you going to sell to help make up some money? The reason why Black Friday is a thing is because even in retail, they understand that in order to be in the black by the end of the year, it may take a special promotion. And so if you are looking at your numbers, looking back at Q1, 2, and 3 up until the end of September, and you're like, man, I had a goal for the year to maybe hit the 6-figure mark, or to have a 10K month, or whatever it looks like for you. And you think, man, I kind of need some more ideas. I'm out of ideas. I'm maybe out of money. And I need to get a little creative. So I want you to understand that even when it comes to big retail giants, they understand this concept is just part of the natural ebb and flow, especially in an election year. You're going to see a decrease in customer spending because there's an increase in skepticism about the economy. No matter what side you're on, people are spending less money. You'll see that increase the following January when the dust has settled and the holidays have passed. But that's just the reality that every 4 years, you're going to see a massive change in buying behavior. So if you already know that going in, if you're like me and you've gone through this cycle now 3 times and you understand this is just the way business works, every 4 years, it's going to be a massive shakeup. At the end of the year, you may need to come up with a special campaign. Now is the time to get prepared for this. So I am going to give you 9 different ideas in this video. I have left number 9, that number 9 spot, for me to describe not only a concept, but how I'm going to incorporate this into the end of the year. It'll make a lot more sense when I get there. And once you hear the idea, I would encourage you to comment, and it'll be very obvious what you need to do when we get there. So just like in previous live streams, I can pop your comments on screen and address them. So for those of you who are not in my membership, this is an awesome way for you to bounce ideas off me without having to be a paid member. But I do have a private community. It is not on Facebook. It is not on Instagram. It's actually directly in the Bootstrap Biz Device app, where you can ask me questions and I can respond directly to what you need in your business. I check the community tab every morning as part of my morning routine. So you're going to be able to essentially pick my brain on demand by being a Bootstrap creator. And that's something that I reserve for those who pay me $50 a month to be a member. So just to let you know how I set things up. And again, I created a whole video where I give you the behind the scenes of how I structured my membership and what I would do differently. So I really do encourage you to go find that video. It is sponsored by my tech company that built my app, Uscreen. But honestly, it is very transparent about mistakes I made, things I would do different moving forward. I'm treating this whole year as like a beta testing year. So going into 2025, the membership will be way more solidified. I'll have way more formal launches for the membership, and the app will be in the App Store and the Play Store. I have really wanted to built this thoughtfully because I want to do things so differently and I want it to be community driven. And so I'm just taking my time. Everybody does things differently, but that's what I do. So thank you so much, Darlene, for congratulating me on the 31K. Hello, Coach Mo. Coach Mo and I actually go way back to Periscope days. So I'm so glad that you are here. And thank you so much, Nikki, for loving my content. I love creating it. So it's a win-win for everybody. All right. So number one is a monthly subscription. And I'll be honest with you. I came up with all of these ideas on a walk. So I'm just going to put my cell phone right here so I can kind of look at my notes as a cheat sheet. But if I were to launch a monthly subscription as part of a Black Friday special, the way that I would do it is create a subscription that is $10 a month. And for Black Friday, offer an annual subscription for $100. So that allows people to save $20 by signing up annually. And that's a way to take something that is valued at $10 and increase the value by allowing them access to that annual plan, specifically within a certain window of time. So that way you build up a sense of urgency. So the tool that I would recommend using for that would be Buy Me a Coffee. That is what I use to beta test my membership. It directly integrates with Stripe so that when people pay on Buy Me a Coffee, it creates a subscription in your Stripe account. And by the time Stripe charges you the subscription fee, the processing fee, and Buy Me a Coffee takes out a little, you have a very high profit margin without having to pay for software. So if you are looking for a very simple way to start a subscription, I would highly recommend using Buy Me a Coffee. This could be just for a Black Friday promotion, or it could be an ongoing thing in your business. So that's what I would do. And the difference between a subscription and a membership is a subscription, the expectation is that people are showing up to get access to content that's constantly growing and evolving. But by pricing it at $10 a month, the expectation level is super low. So some examples could be, okay, I'm going to subscribe to this service for $10 a month to get email prompts, 10 email prompts a month. Or I'm going to subscribe to this subscription to get 10 new custom Canva templates a month. I don't know what that looks like in your business and what makes sense to your community. But for you to do this, it allows you to have monthly recurring revenue from your audience. And it's priced low enough that it can be an impulse buy that someone can see in an Instagram post, on a LinkedIn post, in an email. And it's not a big deal for someone to sign up. The thing that I think is difficult this time of year, especially in an election year, is getting people to opt into high-end services. They're not doing it right now. I don't care who you are. People are not doing high ticket offers. And so here is a way that you can help those same people without devaluing what you do. So monthly subscription is one idea. Again, I would use Buy Me a Coffee to execute that. Newsletter sponsorship is something else that you can do. The platform I would recommend for that is a new platform called Passion Fruit. Passion Fruit is specifically designed to help creators to manage their brand partnerships, and it allows you to facilitate all of your newsletter sponsorships directly in the platform. So they pay in the platform, you email through the platform, like it's super nice. Now, this is a brand new thing. I have friends like Christy Price and Lex Roman who are utilizing Passion Fruit for their brand sponsorships, but this is something that you could easily start and try out for a Black Friday promotion. You could offer this to your own community. You could say, hey, become a newsletter sponsor for $25 an email, and I'll promote your offers to my list. I have a list of 3,500 people. You know, my average open rate is 44%, and my newsletter subscribers are small business owners with income 50,000 plus. I'm just making this up off the top of my head. But at the end of the day, instead of you trying to leverage newsletter sponsorships to get brands to buy from you, you could also do the same strategy to support your own community. So then you have a mutually beneficial offer. Everybody grows. You're driving traffic to what they're doing. You're generating passive income. And that's something that you can promote. You could even promote it where they don't get their sponsor section until January. All you do in 2024 is sell the sponsorship spots, and that gives you time to actually build up the infrastructure to make that happen. So that's something that you can try. You could try a paid co-working session, and an example of this would be like my Canva cleaning party. If you use a platform like Crowdcast, you can actually live stream in the same platform and collect payment without having to change anything on your website. Everything is self-contained. So sometimes people want to sign up for a work session because of the accountability. Everybody is trying to do the same thing at the same time. And so that added motivation helps people to actually get the work done. I see this happen a lot on Groove, where I can do a lot more in a Groove than I can by myself. And the reason is because I'm body doubling by working with other people. So do this with your community. Do this with your audience on social and say, hey, I'm going to host a Canva cleaning party. You can sign up. It's only $5 to attend this live event. And together we're going to clean up our Canva account, or whatever makes sense for you. Okay. But a paid co-working session could be a great way for you to grow your audience and expose people to what you do. This could be a great thing for your email list to refer their friends to, especially if you price it super affordable. So instead of thinking of it more as like a webinar where it's a slide deck and teach, you're simply saying, hey, I want to offer you community, accountability, and some education through this particular session. And everything can stay integrated in Crowdcast, where if somebody finds this after the co-working session is over, you can switch it to on demand, where people have to pay to watch it. So you can continue to generate passive income even if people find it after your event is over. So a paid co-working session. Number 4, a coaching gift certificate. This idea came from our Plan With Me session this weekend. This is a great gift for a significant other to gift their entrepreneur, significant other, right? So in my case, if Josh said, hey, I know LaShonda has been talking about working with, I don't know, Amy Porterfield. I'm just going to throw a name out there. Working with Amy Porterfield. Amy Porterfield has launched, and this is all made up. So Amy, if you watch this, I'm not putting this on you. But Amy Porterfield has a special offer where you can gift a 30-minute one-on-one session with Amy Porterfield for X dollars. And my husband goes and he buys this coaching session with one of my favorite business experts and gifts it to me to reinvest into my business. So if you are a coach or a consultant, you can offer gift certificates for your services and say purchase a gift certificate before December 31st, 2024 for Q1 in 2025. So you don't even have to do the session this year. More than likely, nobody wants to do that session this year. But if they got a special rate and they could gift a friend, family member, what have you, that could be a strategy. And I would use Calendly for that. If you use Calendly, then people can pay directly through your system and book themselves on your calendar. And you can put up guardrails to make sure you don't get double booked, and you can express what your availability is. So it's paying and booking in the same system. Super simple. That's what I would do if you want to do this strategy. A paid newsletter. You can use a platform like Substack or Beehive for that. A paid newsletter could be a great fit for people who want to get more the behind the scenes look at your business or want to hear your take on various topics. I'm seeing this happen a lot on platforms like Beehive, where people are generating passive income by building a subscriber list of people who are paying just for the emails. No podcasts, no website, everything's contained in the emails. You could charge $5 a month for this, but $5 a month adds up. So if you're already in the habit of sending out a weekly newsletter, could you come up with a specific topic and sell access to that? If I were going to do that, I would also leverage LinkedIn and LinkedIn newsletters to drive traffic to the paid newsletter. Put a section of it for free on LinkedIn and then drive traffic to your paid newsletter for people to keep reading. You see this strategy all the time with big newspapers. Why not do it for yourself? Paid newsletter. All right, pay what you will networking event. Again, you can do this through Buy Me a Coffee. They allow people to put in their own amount before checking out for special events. And I think that's great. So you could host a networking event. You could say, hey, I am bringing together this type of person. If you are trying to meet this type of person, get in the room, pay what you will. Suggested donation, $5. Some people may pay the 5, some people may pay 15. But at the end of the day, this allows you to meet some new people, to be known as a connector, and it's a really easy thing to execute. Again, Buy Me a Coffee makes it super easy to do, and you can use a platform like Butter if you don't want to do this on Zoom, so that you can give a fun feel without people feeling like it's just a normal work call. So that is your pay what you will networking event. Flodesk template bundle. Flodesk has rolled out the ability to share your emails as a template and to share your forms as a template. So could you give people access to the work that you have already done by selling those templates, bonus points if you are a web designer and already have website templates to make everything match? So utilizing Flodesk, you can use Flodesk checkout to sell it, which is super meta. And you can give people access to your previous work. What you have done for yourself is of value. You can repackage that and sell it to somebody else. Number 8, course bundle for a specific persona. So for those of you who already have digital courses, could you bring together specific courses to serve a specific person? Like I said today, this particular live stream was designed for the person who wants to be fully present. If you had someone in your community who says, yes, I need to run a holiday sale, I need to generate more money in Q4, but I don't want to do it in such a way where my family time suffers, I want to be fully present, that specific persona would want to learn in a specific way and learn specific topics. So could you design a new course bundle, bringing together resources you already have to say, this is designed for the Christian musician who wants to quit their day job, for the wellness consultant who doesn't want to do it the same way everybody else does. I mean, you know what that looks like in your industry. But the reality is, you adding that persona helps people to see, is this going to be of value to me? Maybe they have overlooked services that you have marketed all year long because they didn't think it was for them. I give this example all the time when it comes to hair care products, where, if I'm walking down the aisle and I see a Black woman on a box, I'm going to assume it's for me because the marketing told me it's for me. Even if there is a product on the shelf with a white person on the box that I could use, I'm not going to grab it because the marketing doesn't pull me in. So sometimes your marketing isn't landing with your target customer because you haven't marketed in such a way where they see themselves in your product. And so doing this course bundle gives you another opportunity to bring them in and show them that, yes, this actually is for you. So friends, you guys are being very quiet. I've got one more to share with you. I know this is super valuable. I'm just giving you guys all these ideas. So if you haven't already, make sure that you like this video. All it takes is a tap on that thumbs up to tell the YouTube algorithm that this content is of value. And I have watched the numbers. It will push out this live stream just like my other feed videos if I get enough engagement to justify it. So in just a minute, I'm going to go to the comments where you can ask me questions. Those live comments will help as well, but a simple thumbs up will be super helpful right now. All right, number 9 is a pop-up mastermind, and this is the one that I am going to do. So let me describe to you what I have in mind. There we go. And I will tell you what to do if you want to be a part of it. So during my morning walk this morning, I came up with these 9 ideas. And even though I had the idea and the tech tool attached to it, I was like, people are going to watch this and they're going to go, that sounds great. I don't have the slightest clue of how to actually implement this. Or I would love to be able to run this idea by you and see what you think about it, or run it by some other people and see what they think about it. And I think, again, going back to that community feel, like so often we come up with these ideas and we don't even know if they're good or not because we don't have anyone to ask. And so that's the vibe that you get in masterminds. But so many masterminds are priced at a ridiculous price point that it's really not accessible. So what I came up with, I am calling my Merry Mindful Marketing Mastermind. Was that 4 M's? Yes, it was, because I like alliteration. Okay. If you want to be a part of this pop-up mastermind, I am not committing to doing this all year long. It's just going to be for November and December. You can comment Mary and then drop your Instagram handle. I have not made yonder sales page yet because I was too busy prepping for this live stream, but it's on my list of things to do today. And so if you want the link to the Flodesk checkout page once I make it today, then I will send it to you in the DMs on Instagram. I think that's easier than you dropping your email address in a YouTube comment. I don't want you to get spammed. So I feel like if you dropped your Instagram handle, you might pick up some new followers and then I'll know how to reach you. Okay. At this point, Instagram is more of an admin tool to me than a marketing tool. So I might as well use ManyChat and all the things to make that happen. So there is no automation set up right now because I haven't done it yet. But if someone is watching the replay, maybe by then, it might be set up. We don't know. I'll be honest, we really don't know. But here's the idea for the Merry Mastermind. So I'm going to give you my pitch and you can tell me in the comments if this is a good idea. You can tell me if there's things you want me to add. Together, we'll create this offer and then I'll make the landing page. Okay. Now I'm doing this in real time because I want you to see the power of YouTube and tech. I am using YouTube right now to essentially turn the 15 people who are watching me live into my live mastermind. I'm going to craft an offer that I know is going to sell because my target audience is already here and they're helping me cultivate this in real time. Half the time, the reason why your offers don't land is because you never ran them by your customer in the first place. Some people talk about, pitching it for pre-order, and then based on the pre-orders, if you should actually make it. I'm not about that life. I'm just going to be transparent with you. This is the idea I had because I got overwhelmed in making this list of options. And I figured you'd have tech questions or at least want some support, some encouragement to do this extra work at the end of the year when none of us feel like working. So that's pretty much what we already do in our membership. So I'm like, okay, first and foremost, let's make these people members of my community for November and December so they get a taste of what it looks like to be a Bootstrap creator. So you get a 60-day trial of Bootstrap creators. So you get to join my YouTube membership for 60 days without paying extra for that. Okay. So that is included in the Merry Mindful Marketing Mastermind. Okay. The other thing you're going to get is video tutorials of how to implement these strategies from a tech perspective. So when I talked about passion fruit, when I talked about buy me a coffee, when I talked about Substack and Beehive and all the things, if you don't know how to implement those strategies, if you've not heard of these tech tools and a tutorial specifically for this idea would be helpful, you belong in the Merry Mindful Mastermind. Okay, so those I know would be helpful. I think weekly office hours is something that would be helpful for you to ask me questions in real time about the strategy, saying, hey, can you look at these graphics? Hey, can you look at these emails? Hey, I need an idea about XYZ. So an opportunity for you to know I will be available at this time where you can hop in and ask questions. Even if no one shows up, I'll just be working because it's open office hours. So I looked at my calendar. November 4th, 11th, and 18th work for that. So you will get access to 3 office hour days for you to ask questions. The last thing I thought would be helpful was a workbook. So you saw the workbook I was talking about at the very beginning of this live stream where I created it for my mastermind, well, not my mastermind, my master class. And so it's already got 20 slides. It's already got 20 slides designed. But in my head, I picture the concept where I have monthly subscription and I give a breakdown, kind of like what I did on this live stream, talk about the tech that's used, the suggested price points for it, yada, yada, yada. I think people love a good workbook. I'll be honest with you. So I have the workbook template already. So I feel like, well, why not throw that in? So I'm building this offer based on things I've done this year that have actually resonated with my audience. So again, you have 60-day trial of Bootstrap Creators, weekly office hours for questions, November 4th, 11th, and 18th, video tutorials for each idea, a workbook, and support. All of those things for $197. And the reason why I priced it at that point is Bootstrap Creators is $50 a month. So that's worth $100. And then $97 is what I charged for my last masterclass. And that included a workbook as well. And so I think because I'm not doing like a workshop on this and I'm just making myself available, I feel like $197 makes sense. Now, the last plot twist is, well, what happens if current members want to be a part of the Merry Mindful Mastermind? Or what did I call it? Let me go back. The Merry Mindful Marketing Mastermind. That's a whole lot of M's. I still think it's cute. So what happens if people who are already paying me want to be a part of this? And my thought process with that is, if I have a member in the Bootstrap Creators who wants to be in the mastermind, I feel like they should get $100 off because they're still being charged for Bootstrap Creators in November and December. So I essentially don't want to double charge them to be a part of this. So if you are a Bootstrap Creator, you will get access to this for $97. And there will be a separate link inside of the community tab for you to check out. And I'll also send it to you in an email so that you don't get charged the $197. I'll simply do a discount code in Flodesk checkout that's only available to paying members so that you get access to it for $97. Everybody else, it's $197. So that's the pitch. That's my pitch for a pop-up mastermind. And I hope you seeing my thought process going into that gave you some ideas. So you can comment Mary with your Instagram handle. I will DM you when the Flodesk checkout page is ready. Otherwise, you are welcome to just watch this replay and get some ideas of things that you can do. I also want to remind you that if you are live streaming on YouTube using a platform like StreamYard, you can incorporate QR codes into your actual design. I happen to use the logo feature for my QR code. So if I wanted to, I could leave the Powered by StreamYard thing there. I could pop up Bootstrap Biz Device. I'm choosing to use the Buy Me a Coffee one, so people go directly to Buy Me a Coffee and they can purchase this workbook and the slide deck template. So that's just another way that you can almost turn your live streams into this live, what do you call them things? Infomercial vibes, right? Where people can, for just $99.99, you can have this. So throw up a QR code every now and again. The QR code could go to your email list, it could go to your website, it could go to a special offer. But just leaving it there is also just a good reminder to tell people like, hey, I'm presenting value right now, but I also sell things and you're more than welcome to purchase them. So I hope that was helpful. I know it was fast. And part of the reason why it was fast is because I think the best way to get my support in implementing these strategies is to join the mastermind. But if you don't want to pay, if you want the free 99, if you want the overview, you are welcome to like this video and just watch the replay. The thing that I love about YouTube is I am being paid to market my business and to conduct sales, to serve my members simply by showing up Mondays at 10. So this is something I do every single week. I'm kind of listening to the complaints I'm hearing and the issues I'm seeing, and I try to cultivate the content on this channel around what's actually happening in your business. So in some cases, like what we did on Friday, it makes more sense for me to bring in friends to help talk about it. In other cases, I'm serving my members through pop-up events like this Plan With Me session. Sometimes I'm doing a whole edited high production value video, like my behind the scenes video about my membership, to show you specifically how to do things, or even in tutorial format. And so this is kind of what I'm doing on YouTube. And every time I post, every time I'm showing up, I'm trying to increase the production value, because ultimately, if I can get more out of these live streams, I have more time for things like the Mastermind, to work with people one-on-one, to consult with tech companies. And so I would encourage you, if you have not tried regularly live streaming on YouTube, give it a try, because there's so much that you can do to repurpose the content that you create here. Whether you cut out sections of it and you turn it into a short, you cut out sections and you turn it into an Instagram story or a reel, you transcribe it and use it for a blog post, you take that same transcription and turn it into a carousel post for LinkedIn. I mean, possibilities are endless, but you're able to build more meaningful connections with your target customer by creating long form content. And that is why everybody's podcasting, because they understand the value of, if I can get you to listen to me for an hour, the amount of time it takes me to sell you something decreases the more content you consume. I just personally like to show visuals when I teach. And so audio only is not the route for me. I'm a video girly. And so you're going to get video content from me. But that's why I do this, because it allows me to leverage technology to establish a face-to-face interaction with you. Although I cannot see you, I can see you engaging in the comments, and I can see my live viewer total going up and down. At the peak, we had like over 20 people on this live stream. And so I'll be able to see those numbers when this is over. And as soon as this live stream ends, I can monetize it. And so all of a sudden, what I spent an hour pouring in to you now becomes a passive income generator on my channel. I have a free resource on my website called the YouTube Passive Income Guide. I'm going to do I'm going to expand on the topics in that free guide as a paid ebook at some point, but you can get the current version of it available for free on my website. So I really want more traffic going to my website, because it really is a hub for everything that you need from me. I know I do a lot. I know I'm showing up a lot. Even my pop-up is marketing a webinar that I'm doing with Relay on Halloween. Okay. I have so much going on. There is no way I can tell you about it every single week. So if you're ever curious, what's she working on? What's coming up? Definitely join the Bootstrap Club so you get that in your inbox, but also you can always go to LaShondaBrown.com. All of my tools are listed on the tools page so that you can go back and you can see, hey, LaShonda talked about passion fruit. LaShonda talked about buy me a coffee or what have you. I wonder if she has an affiliate link. Affiliate marketing is a great way for you to support the channel, because the tech companies typically provide me with commission for me connecting you with their tech tool. The more that you use my affiliate links, the more data I have to leverage for brand partnerships. And that's how this thing works. I'm able to walk in a room with confidence because I know I have an influence on your buying decisions because of the affiliate clicks. So again, you've got workshops on here. You have everything about the workshop with Christina, about the workshop I'm doing with Relay, information about the membership, coaching if you want it. I mean, it's truthfully all here. But the thing I want to leave you with is this: burnout is real, but it doesn't have to be your reality. And so I am constantly looking for mindful marketing tips that I can give you so that you can work less and live more. Maybe it looks like a 20-hour work week like me, maybe not. But if you can pursue providing for yourself through your business without getting burnt out in the process, and I can be a small part of that, I feel like I've won. Okay. So again, you can comment Mary, leave your Instagram handle. When I have the sales page ready, for the pop-up mastermind. I will send you a DM with the information of how you can join. But if you have questions and you are currently watching live, I've got 15 minutes where you can pick my brain. Go ahead and drop your questions into the chat. I'm always, well, I should say always, I am here most Mondays at 10. If it's a holiday or I'm traveling, I may not be here, but this is typically a place every week for you to come back and to get answers to your questions to help you to grow your biz without breaking the bank. So let us see what the folks are saying. Angel said, flew in here, loving these, already liked and comment for the algorithm. Thank you so much, Angel. Angel was at the Plan With Me session on Saturday, and we had an awesome time talking about what she's going to be implementing on YouTube, and I believe LinkedIn as well, to help grow her brand moving forward. So I would encourage you to go check out her YouTube channel and subscribe if you're interested in that content. So for the template option, is it only available for Flodesk templates? I am a Flodesk partner. I use Flodesk to market to my email list. So I can't speak for every email marketing software, but I do know that template sharing is something that Flodesk has implemented within the last couple months. So it started with emails. Now it has expanded to forms as well. So I know specifically for Flodesk, you'll have to check with your email service provider to see if they have that option. But if you follow Flodesk on Instagram, that is the first place that they start dropping information about new offers. So definitely, if you do have a Flodesk account, follow them on Instagram. That's the easiest way for you to stay in the know. You're not always going to get an email when a new feature rolls out, but they do post on Instagram. Okay, I see lots of Marys. So thank you, Coach Mo. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Adrienne. Adrienne's already a Bootstrap creator, so she'll get $100 off, which is awesome. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Nicole. So here's the thing. You guys are seeing this come in. And so in real time, like, I'm not stressed right now. I am not creating a reel on Instagram and hoping and praying that the Instagram gods push it out. I'm simply communicating to you what I think would be useful and giving you an opportunity to be a part of it. By doing this live on YouTube, I'm going to be able to look back at the live comments when this is over, and anyone who comments after this will be directly on the video. It'll help promote it to the algorithm and also serve an administrative tool for me. So I'm always thinking of how can I juice this for the most I can get out of it. Okay. So the more creative you can be with your marketing, potentially the less time you can spend actually marketing your business. All right. So super helpful information. Any recommendations on how to market if you have slacked in that area? That is a fantastic question. I absolutely love marketing. Marketing for me is just fun because I feel like I have been in business long enough. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 21. I'm 34 now, so 13 years. So in order for me to not get bored and to continue to show up, I just experiment and watch the data. So let me give you, I'll give you a marketing strategy from my LinkedIn account. If you've not followed me on LinkedIn, I would encourage you to do that because that's where I actually like to post regularly. So YouTube, it's once a week, going live. Typically there's a feed video on Thursday. Instagram, the occasional story, but rarely posting on my feed. I did post on my feed as a test because I wanted to potentially run ads in October, and they changed the ad policy where you have to like pay an Apple surcharge now, which was so ridiculous. I'm like, y'all just keep doing stuff. Like, why you gotta be messing with stuff? So anyway, I will show you a marketing idea for Instagram and a marketing idea for LinkedIn. Obviously, I would recommend a live stream on YouTube or a feed video if you do the SEO for it. All right, so let's just do Instagram first. That'll be easy. All right. So if I head on over to my Instagram, I'm currently at 14.4 followers, 4K followers, excuse me. The funny part is I think I've lost enough followers that it bumped me down because I was at 14.5 when I did my media kit at the beginning of September. So I'm like, you're not going to get me Instagram. You're not going to get me, girl. But what I did is I created a carousel post and I pinned it to the top of my Instagram account. So the top 3 posts are pinned posts. So I'm going to walk you through all 3 and then we'll go over to LinkedIn. Okay, so this one right here is more of a, hey, this is what I do for a living. Some people call this of like ways to work with me. If you don't have a post like this on your Instagram pinned to the top, I highly recommend it. People don't really look at highlights anymore, but they will thumb through a carousel post, and you can also boost it to reach more people. So here I kind of walk people through how to join my email list, how I partner with brands, my membership tiers. We have Star Students, which is specifically designed for advanced workshops for experts and educators. Bootstrap Star Students receive access to monthly deep dives with subject matter experts designed to help equip coaches, consultants, and educators with the tools and strategies they need to thrive online. Online marketing is constantly changing, and if you want to stay up to date, this is a great way to save time searching online. So that's a great pitch for Star Students. Again, the workshop we're doing in October is specifically about LinkedIn Top Voice. And so I want people to understand that if you are more advanced in business and you find yourself in a situation where you hop on a free webinar and you walk away not really learning anything new, here's a great way for you to be a part of a training that's super actionable, that's more advanced. So that's what Star Students is. Then you have Bootstrap Creators, designed for service providers who are tired of actively marketing on social media and are looking to build a passive income engine on YouTube. Together, we will craft strategies to help increase traffic to your offers, generate passive income so you can work less, live more. What's great about the carousel post is at any point you can share a specific slide by thumbing through it on your Instagram and then hitting share. And so you can draw attention to different slides within the same post on your Instagram stories. So that's why I try to put multiple slides in my carousels. Okay, I included a testimonial from NG. This is Taylor. Taylor is the founder of NG, and this is a testimonial that she gave me about what it was like to partner with me as a brand. It's easy to hire someone to create sponsored content. It's hard to find a great brand partner. But from the moment I started following LaShonda online, I knew she was the latter because nothing is a transaction to her. Every brand she works with is an opportunity to not just educate her community in a way that empowers them to be better. It's a chance to build a relationship with and support the businesses she truly believes in. LaShonda and her team are really good people doing really good work. And I'm so thankful for the amazing video she created for NG. She worked with me to communicate the important messages I wanted, but put her own authentic spin on it all, which is important. I know this is just the start of a great brand partnership, and I recommend LaShonda's expertise and enthusiasm to everyone. So yes, this is a testimonial from a brand, and a brand may not read this on my Instagram, but it does give me credibility to my audience that I typically teach. So that is why I included that. Okay, so you can go to my Instagram and you can create your own carousel posts inspired by that particular one. Go for it. Doesn't bother me at all. That will be great inspiration for you. Now, the middle one was specifically designed to drive traffic to my Canva affiliate link and also just establish the fact that I work with recognizable brands. So I am one of the 50 Canva verified experts in the world. There's less than 10 of us in the US. And so I put LaShonda Brown, Virginia, USA, Canva verified expert. So this was a post that performed well in 2023. And so I just duplicated the same posts in Canva and updated the colors and information for Instagram. The second graphic says, if you want access to a free trial, direct message me or comment on this post. I set up mini chat automations so that this was passively driving traffic to my affiliate link. And this was the highest performing boosted carousel post of 2023. So I did the same thing in 2024. The problem is they've now retired the 45-day trial. So I'm not putting ad spend toward this post anymore because the 45-day trial is not available. It expired at the end of April. But for the time that it was there, it was super helpful. Okay, ways to learn from me. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, sign up for my Canva workshops, book me for a virtual Canva workshop, And then similar style to the NG post, here is a testimonial from Jess Ekstrom, who is a Forbes top-rated speaker and author. She said, LaShonda is an incredible speaker, both in person and virtual. Not only does her energy grab the audience from the beginning, the time and thought she puts into her visual presentation is unlike any speaker I've ever seen. She is a no-brainer for your next event. So even though Jess did not hire me to teach a Canva workshop, she did bring me in to do a Canva session, and so I thought it made sense. All right. And again, you can also use this link to claim your free trial. And that was the last thing. This is actually a video, so you can integrate videos into your carousels. And so that allowed the Canva logo to be animated. So that was that post. The last one is one that I posted just a couple days ago, I believe. Yep, a couple days ago. And it's the truth about how I hit 31K on YouTube. The funny part is this is actually the same content as this LinkedIn post. It performed well on LinkedIn. And so I took the same words from the caption on LinkedIn and turned it into a carousel post for Instagram. So that helped me not die a little inside making new content for Instagram. And I already had this template, so it made creating this super easy. I used ManyChat so that when people comment milestone, they get access to my free YouTube workshop library. And my free YouTube workshop library is hosted within my app on Uscreen. So if you go to bootstrapbizadvice.com, you'll see the app. And so all people have to do is sign up with their email address, first name, last name, create a password, and they get access to 5 videos in the app without having to pay so that they can start growing their YouTube channel. Okay. So that particular carousel post was to market these free workshops. If I go back to that LinkedIn post, again, here is the same copy that was in that Instagram post, but instead it's as a long caption. And I link to my Buy Me a Coffee slide deck. And I just used a fun picture of myself. It was liked 29 times. And so Chip took this photo of me at a session when we were in Richmond. I just dug it up because my hair looks the same and used it for this post. So following me on LinkedIn, and mostly on LinkedIn, but you can also follow me on Instagram, is a great way for you to get ideas for marketing strategies, because you can take what you see me doing as a prompt and incorporate it into your marketing and make it fit your audience. It does not bother me. You're not going to get in trouble. Honestly, you could even tag me and say inspired by LaShonda Brown. And that's a really great way to build rapport with big creators online. So if you're inspired by somebody you follow, give them credit for the inspiration, and that goes a long way. So that is my marketing advice for you. All right, we have 3 more minutes, so I'm going to address this question and then wrap this up. Love your content. Do you use Fiverr at all? And have you got suggestions? I'm struggling to get a good VA. My virtual assistant is available for other folks to work with. And so I would actually encourage you to shoot me a DM if you would like an introduction to her. Fiverr, it's a crapshoot, but I can speak highly of my assistant. She's wonderful to work with, super easy to work with, high quality work. So I would love the opportunity to send a referral to her. So if you are looking for a good virtual assistant, you can send me a DM on Instagram and say, hey, I'd love an intro with your VA, and I'd be happy to make that email introduction for you. If it makes sense, if what you need help doing is not something she does, I'll let you know. But yeah. that's what I would do with that. Caitlin has hopped on. Caitlin is also a Bootstrap creator. She said, just wanted to say hello, adding to my watch list later. Thank you so much for saying hello, Caitlin. It's good to see you, girl. So again, if you would like access to my pop-up mini mind, mastermind, what have you, that will take place in November and December. You'll get a 60-day trial to the Bootstrap creators. You will get access to weekly office hours in November 4th, 11th, and 18th. You'll get a workbook with a breakdown of all the 9 strategies that we talked about today and video tutorials to help you with the tech setup to execute. All you need to do is drop your handle in the comments so I can send you a direct message on Instagram with the information when it is ready. So friends, I know this was jam-packed, but I hope you found it valuable. The replay will be available on the channel. You can still, even if you are watching the replay, like it if you like it to help push this out in the YouTube algorithm. And you can also subscribe to the channel for more content like this. So we are at 11 o'clock. So as we like to say, until next time, ta-ta for now.